I have been working through some energy this morning, and this is what I have to say. New Earth is available now. New Earth isn't some point in the future. It's not some point that all of a sudden we'll all walk through a portal to. It's literally you choosing not to be separate. So anywhere you look at another person and say, like, I'm not that, you're separate. Anywhere you show up and you feel like you have to protect yourself or you're in fear, that's separation. Anywhere you're still negotiating with scarcity and not having enough, that's separation. Anywhere you think that you're not going to be supported, you are in separation. So I have a fire lit under my ass because I'm being asked to finally step into this space that maybe I've been waiting my whole life for. I was looking through childhood pictures. I was looking through my crystals. I pulled cards. I did all the things. And what has become so clear is that right now I'm integrating every single person I've ever been, and any energy that is not for my highest good is going back to the light. It's being transmuted. It is being released. You're not going to bring every person you've ever been with you. And think about, if your cells change over every 7 years, you're not who you were as a kid. So the next piece of separation is you can't be a victim. So, I remember back in the day, people talking about, oh, soul contracts, my human would never choose this. Of course they wouldn't. But your soul did. Your soul, your higher self, your oversoul made the contracts for you to come here. And for many of us, we may not even be resolving personal karma. We may have chosen a line to come into to transmute all that energy. So what is in our DNA holds our contracts. What is in our physical body holds our contracts. And so whether you use plant medicine, whether you use energy healing, whether you use meditation, presence, breath work, or a combination of it all, astrology, therapy, whatever it is, this combination is to bring you back to remembrance of who you truly are. And disclosure isn't just galactic. Disclosure isn't just pedos. Disclosure is actually how this world is working and designed, how the field and how control and fear loops and propaganda and the news media and teaching us that we're free lulled us into a belief that we're not being preyed upon. And I say that, and the next sentence I'm going to say is when you realize that you're powerful and that with your mind, with your emotions, with your physical body, with your spiritual body, and there's more bodies. There's not just 4. There's more. I don't know. There's like 7 or 8, maybe even more than that. Just like there's tons of chakras, not just 7. When you learn to have more control over what you think, what you feel, what you say, what you do, what you physically create with your energy in this realm, you will see massive shifts in your life. And for those of us that have been awake for a while, it's not hierarchical. We came here to be the wave that is here to support. So of course we had to walk it first. That is the whole point in being here. And the biggest remembrance is that we're not separate from nature. We're not separate from the planet. We're not separate from Gaia. This planet, Terra, is not separate from the galaxy. You have a universe inside you. Your perspective creates a universe, creates a reality. So think about billions and trillions of people, beings out there creating realities. And Gaia created this one that we're living on. Like we're walking on her. And I always say this not as like a bad connotation, but think about us like ants, like how we view ants. That's kind of probably how we feel to Gaia, except she senses every one of us. aren't in the process right now yet of sensing every ant. Although when I lived in Costa Rica in my casita, when the cleaner ants would come in, I would have that. I would have that feeling. I would feel the line. I would feel the energy moving through. And I could feel the difference between cleaner ants, between fire ants, like the red ants and the black ants. And there was that old metaphor. Red and black ants living in a jar. No one was bothering each other until someone shook the jar and then they started attacking each other. That is what happened. So the disclosure is going to be us seeing how we've been pitted against each other. Races, religions, ethnicities, gender, who we love, all of these things that keep us separate. When we come back and fully accept ourselves and love ourselves, everything changes. And as I started saying that, it was 5:55 on the clock. Right now I have a guide called Space to Be You for anyone that's going through endings, beginnings, big changes, transitions. It's a beautiful guide, just reflective, to ask you questions. There's pictures, all good stuff. So if you are still here, I'm going to be doing a series where we're talking about this. I am finishing my book and the cards and going to submit them to a publisher. And I'm putting the energy out in the universe for when they're ready. I know divine timing will hit and they will be released. I'm doing a dieteta at the end of this month. I'm still talking to the plant spirits to see how it's going to go or what it's going to look like, but it's probably going to be Hape, Melipona, and Babansana. And so I am walking a path of heart opening, of remembrance, and I've been made so aware, like I have this crystal and it's a metaphor, that we have codes hidden in our body that go with our soul mission, that are the reasons we're here, and they will be activated. Our DNA will shift. Gene Keys is one of the ways that I help people understand their soul essence and what they came for and what their soul mission will look like. I also use astrology and human design to see what this will look like on a daily basis, on a seasonal basis. So going back to Costa Rica in November, and I just wrote about it in my newsletter. It's been something I've been waiting for 2 years. So I am so excited to bring an intimate group of women, 6 to 8 women, to experience the alchemy of Pura Vida. So stay tuned. All the links are in bio, and thank you for being here. Things are about to get real. Let's go. New Earth now. We just have to choose it.